Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. I was just going to do some ink swatching in the samples section of my swatch book. There is a tongue twister. Sample section of my swatch book. Anyway, say that 5 times fast. I ordered these from Van Ness. Let's take a look at what they are and then we'll figure out what category in which to swatch them. This is Tachia, is that how you say that? And I guess you say Suchi Golden Wheat. I think this one was supposed to be one that has a wet flow, which is why I wanted to try it. And I don't have, I have a sample from my friend Donna of the Tachia ink. That's all I have done, Tachia Ebby. And I'm curious to try some more ink brands, branch out just a little bit. Look at how bright this one is. This is Private Reserve Neon Pink. It looks crazy pink, and that is not like my style, but the writing in this I thought I might like. So while I was looking for pinks, I saw this Conklin Dusty Rose on, I think it was Van Ness's website. And yeah, I'm sure it was because that's where I ordered these. Anyway, that looked like it might be the kind of pink I'm looking for. And then I saw somebody on Instagram, Heidi Journal, I don't know how you say her name, but she had actually had a sample of that after I had ordered this, and she had swatched it in one of her TWSBI pens, I think. And I'm like, oh, I'm so happy to see that. Kind of ordered it on a whim. But again, in the search for a pink. And then this is a Roshizuku Fuyu Sayogan. I'm not good at Japanese at all. For a Japanese speaker, you're probably cracking up. I picked this because Roshizuku inks and I have had some good experiences together. And I was also told that these Roshizuku inks work well in many pens. I was advised to use that in my Sailor Pro Gear Slim, to use an Roshizuku ink. And then I've seen a lot of the Ferris Wheel press inks, and this Velvet Ballet has a shimmer to it. And I do like the shimmer inks. I wasn't necessarily looking for a shimmer ink, but I was so drawn to this as something different than what I normally use. Other notebook off to the side because I might do some other swatching. I kind of like that circular swatching people are doing. I like how that shows off the ink qualities. But this is the system I have set up. So let's work with that. I don't think any of these are teal or blue. Let's start with browns. I'm trying to get a few videos in because the next several days we are going to be busy with my son's speech and debate tournament, which is a 3-day thing. So I'm not going to have time for anything. We have to start early in the morning and go through late evening. So I'm getting in my stuff while I can. Let's try this Tachia Suchi Golden Wheat. Nice. This is reminding me of some of my other kind of coffee ones. Kind of reminds me of the caramel macchiato. I just took a sniff of it. People talk about the scent of inks, and I never thought of smelling them, but now I'm finding myself doing that. I'm trying to do just a little pooling to get a little more of the different shading aspects of it. That's pretty. It'll be fun to write with. I don't have time to, do a swatching of all these with the handwriting right now, but I thought seeing the color would be fun. Suchi Golden Wheat. Okay, I think I like that. That looks beautiful. Nice rich brown. Sometimes I get these browns that are more kind of reddish. And even though Cocoa Shimmer has that kind of reddish to it, it has this darker element and the shimmer. I'm not quite as fond of these as I am more of these tannish ones. So we'll see how that dries. And this is the Tachia. Please correct my pronunciation if you know better on that. I think we could try this Oroshizuku Fuyu Sayogan in there. I'm wondering if this is more of a gray though. So let me do a test swatch before I officially swatch it on this notebook over here. Oh my, yeah, that's gonna be pretty. But that is definitely more in the gray, so I would say this has been well used, hasn't it? Okay, oh, look at that though. Look at the line it's getting in there. I can't wait to write with that. I have to use up some of my inked up pens, and then I'm gonna go for that one. We will switch that over. I'd like to let it dry on its own, but I'm gonna do that. Reds. I don't even have a pink. Oh, I do have a pink. Oh, nice. Okay, let's do the pinks. Well, it's not. Yeah, I don't think, any current grayish sample. So let's start a new category. Hopefully I won't spill that ink bottle sitting open right there. I wouldn't put it past me. Do you spell gray with an E or a Y? I have looked that up and it can be either way. So it looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Trying to get sort of a square there, and let's go ahead and write it in before I swatch it. Let's try this out. I mean, it try to just stir that a little. It's definitely a gray, but it's like a bluish gray. I think that I meant to look up the meaning of this and have a few more notes ready, and I neglected to do that, but ooh, I like that. This is kind of satisfying my urge to try some colors that are a little less saturated. That is really a very beautiful bluish gray. It's almost maybe blue. Maybe the words in Japanese mean more of the color and I'm not aware of it, but I think it kind of leans to gray as well. So I think it's okay to put it in a gray, but I can also perhaps double swatch it in the blues. Okay, now we have two pinks and one maybe reddish pinkish. So I really do hate to do this, but I am on a time crunch today. Let's try pinks. Look at how bright this Susuji is. That was the beginning color of searching for pink. It looks super bright in this swatch. It does have a gold shimmer or sheen. I think more sheen. That's very beautiful. But that might be a little bit brighter than I might typically be drawn to. But it was really nice in the stub nib that I had it in. It was really fun to write with. Okay, there we go. And let's try the, let's see, Private Reserve. We'll do that one first. Neon pink. This is going to be really funny. I have one more pink on order, a sample that I hope to get in the next week or so. Wish I could count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should just try to eyeball it, but there we go. I'll have a couple ready. Okay, the next we'll do after that is the Dusty Rose. Let's shake this up a little. It looks like some mad scientist concoction or potion of some sort. It's like glow-in-the-dark pink. That's what it makes me think of. When I was growing up, and those colors were super trendy. Everybody loved them. It's really very bright, but a lot more transparent. Is that possible? Like, that's bright, but it's deeper. You don't see the paper through it as much. That'll be interesting to try a writing sample with. So see, I mean, it really does look quite neon, but in writing with it, I think it's going to have quite a bit different feel to it. And that's why I bought it, because the writing sample next to the swatch looked a little more reasonable. It would be fun to play around with. That might be a fun color around Easter time. Okay, let's try the Conklin Dusty Rose. I'm also quite eager to put this in a pen. But all things ink will resume next week. So yeah, that is definitely what I would call a dusty rose, maybe even kind of mauve. It's pretty. It's a gentle color. I like that. It's supposed to be a wet ink, a good flowing ink. My favorite. I mean, does anybody like a dry ink? I'm not sure. Maybe it depends on the pen and ink combination, but I'm always looking for the description that says wet flow. And sometimes I'll do average flow ones, but I'm always like that more liquid, more gushy feel. That's really pretty. That's a very calming, nice color. I'm not sure I think of pink when I see it though. But it's, I don't know, it's not really purple either, is it? So Dusty Rose, we'll let its name be what it is. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at the Velvet Ballet, the Velvet Ballet by Ferris Wheel Press. Let me just do a little swatch off to the side and see where it really fits in my swatch book. Interesting color. All right, so the Velvet Ballet. I took a little break there. Talk to my hubby. And let me find the right swab here. They're all coated now. I decided to go ahead after testing this off to the side to put it with the pinks. When it first goes down on paper, it's almost like I think brown, but as it dries, I'm seeing more of that kind of dusty mauve, more of a, definitely in a pink spectrum, I would say. It does have a shimmer to it. It's like a golden, no, I'm sorry, silver shimmer. Looks like it's showing up. And it was described as being a mature color and like a wine with some sparkle to it. I don't think I have anything quite like this. At least not a swatched pink. Oh, it's quite interesting, isn't it? What we categorized as pink. Maybe you would say that was more of a purple, more of a lilac. I see that in there. And then this is just almost kind of nondescript. I mean, I think it fits in the pink, but I could also see that being sort of a brownish pink. These will be really fun to play around with. If you have used any of these, I would love to know which you have enjoyed writing with.